Hi, this is Dr. Parsa Mohebi from Parsa Mohebi Hair Restoration. We're going to show you a revision of curly hair that is transplanted. This is a young African American gentleman who had a procedure before, but the frontal density is not enough, and you see thinning behind the hairline. This is how it looks. We're going to go behind the hairline and reinforce those corners and the temple areas too. Areas are in a way that if you want to restore them, you have to either do it the whole thing or not, because we're talking about two different hair qualities that we bring from the back are thicker and denser, and if you bring them just a few of them in front, the area behind it looks thin and washed out. Okay, so this is the area that I designed. The corners and temples are going to be restored on both sides. Hair from the donor area. This patient had another hair transplant before, so we have to go between them and find the good graft. It's always a little bit more challenging, so if you don't know what you're doing, you may damage a lot of grafts. So as you see, angles are more steep, so a little bit different. So my speed of advancing my punch is much faster in certain angles. African American hair is harder is because of the same curl that you see outside is going to continue inside. It has to follow a pattern of the curl rather than going straight in, which is appropriate for most Caucasians. So we're almost done with 1900 FUE from a gentleman, African American hair, and we're going to place it in the front and corner. Done with the scoring the grafts, and my assistant is removing them.
Yeah.
They're looking good. A lot of 2s and 3 hairs. The grafts look. That's how we divide them. We have singles over there, and these are all 2s and 3s on the other portions. A lot of good quality grafts. See, serial extraction and placement, meaning that we already extracted and placed half of the graft. To the second pass, which is I'm just finishing now, we're extracting them, we're going to place them again, so that will keep the grafts out of body for a very short period of time. See a better growth rate. So we have placed the corners and temples and front. As you can see, the whole front is filled, the temples, we reinforce them, and we're just finalizing the last few grafts. Every single graft is going to be doubled for more density in those areas than what we had before. And we also put some hair in the areas that we predict that he's going to lose hair in the future. We're done with our procedure. We got more than 1900 grafts, covered the front and temples and corners the way that we predicted. Let's look at the pictures and see how it looks after procedure. And post up pictures directly from my camera. This is the hairline with good density, nice and solid. Sides. Look at the temples. We went between the transplanted hair from before and had a reasonable coverage and went all the way back. Areas that we know that he's going to lose in the future. So it's going to be much more even, the whole density of the transplanted area. The same thing on the other side. We see even this distribution, and this is from the top. We put more density on the corner and front. Still managed to put density on the top areas. And that's how it looks from the top. And the donor area, we stayed in the safe margin. Donor zone on the sides. Both sides nice and clean. And he was very happy when he left.